complimentary. We're so glad that you chose to allow us to have this interview with you.
Thank you.
So let me just begin with wanting to know where this all started for you, right? Looking at, just a quick research, one can tell that, you come from a sporty family and you were into athletics and all of that. So where exactly did your love for art come in, and when was that?
I think I always had a penchant for acting. I think storytelling. Acting is such a weird word. I like movies. I like TV shows. In fact, I'm starting to go back and remember being 8 years old, and I'm finding the shows that I like that age. I rewatch it. Sometimes you're able to do that via the kids. So I have a 12 and a 10-year-old, respectively. So I look back at me being their age, and I go further back when thinking about acting, because I remember asking Mom something about acting and about telling story on stage or something like that. And she said, well, they got some acting. I was probably playing soccer at that point. I wasn't at baseball yet. Baseball was second, basketball was third, and then I found my way to football. But she responded, oh, there's a class around the corner at the local mall or whatever. I grew up in Atlanta. And I was, in my mind, I only thought Hollywood was acting. So I remember thinking, oh, it's got to be Hollywood. So I let that go. Yeah. I got to high school and I did enjoy, I definitely didn't think the theater kids were outcasts and weird. I liked the theater kids. And I was a cool kid, I guess, right? The athlete who was in my high school sweetheart, she was, it was like 2 black kids on the track team. She was the other black girl on other black, and her cousin who introduced us. So. But even after she and I started dating, I had a high school sweetheart, probably about 15 or 16. I was always sneaking over to the high school theater department shows to watch a show. And then by the time I got to college, as a football, soccer, but as an American football player, by the time I got to college, I had finished in the classroom academically, but I had another year on the football field. So you have to declare a minor. I was in y'all's position. I was a journalist. My major was journalism, and then I minored in theater, and it bit. So from 4 years old asking Mom about it, I think it was God saying, go tell stories. And I don't know if he wanted me to do it just acting, and then I learned, oh, you do want me to do music, oh, you do want me to be a poet. So I found it in all the ways.
Yeah. This far, what do you know now that you wish you knew when starting out in this industry that would help someone who's just still very budding into this, or just getting into this thing?
In many ways, I think I did it okay. I made a lot of mistakes, in terms of maybe not networking, or I have, and you guys will lose your mind if I had this with me, because you probably asked me to read an entry or two, but I found my journal from year 1 in Los Angeles. And a lot of that journal is very telling. One time I called myself, I don't know, square ass nerd or something, because all of the homies whom I gotten close to at that point in LA, they were out at whatever party was that night. But you get to network at the party. And I'm like, here I am studying something. I was in acting class studying a scene or something. I said, typical me. And that's still typical me. I'm always working on the craft, I feel like you gotta earn water when you're an athlete. You gotta equally earn a night out. So I really, sometimes I feel like my gradient or my elevation up the elevator was super slow. But I can understand that God has made a marathon out of me, and not just out of my career. But I'm a marathon. I am a complex individual that will take you a long time to really fully get to know. So I think I did it right, because I think I give you guys better stories when you watch me and you look at this, because I kind of went through it all, man. I was homeless, I did it. I just think people should embrace living. So many of the modern artists aren't living. And I know they're not, because when they run up to me and ask for a picture, that's not really living. Not when you can fill my ear up with questions, or learn who I am, or learn how I think. You want just my face, which you can get on Sunday night anyway? So that has to change. The young people got to get back to living, loving, falling out of love, getting back in love, taking your fear and throwing it out of the window and going, F it, I'll go for it. That's where great story making comes,
All right. So you've worked in numerous films, very versatile ones, So just how do you get into a role? Is there a particular way, and how different is it now from when you were starting out? How you get into art?
Great question. I'm gonna answer it fast because I know these others want to ask. I work inside out. I always start with head. I end at feet. So I start with what the hair would feel like if it's physical, but it's inside out. So if it's inside, then I'm spirit of the animal. I do make every single character an animal. That is a secret I'll give you. Every single character is an animal. And then I get to a place of probably looking at the things that make the character cool. I throw those things in the trash can. Because whatever makes the character cool on paper, I was hired because they believe that I have the cool parts of the character. I start to write the list of the stuff that's not very pretty about the character. So I write about the uglies, the flaws, the cracks, the non-cool parts of Ghost. You guys fell in love with the cool parts of Ghost. I write about the crazy, not great stuff. So it's me working inside out. And then again, once I get to the physical space, kind of what the person's this part looks like. Not really this part, but what this looks like. And then what shoes they would wear a lot. That's how I'm conscious. It's your crown. This is your crown. This is what you need to keep 10 toes down. It's your crown. Fill out everything in between. So that's it. And not much has changed. I still do the same process. Sometimes I go inside out, sometimes I go outside in. But it's the same. Yeah, it depends. Yeah. Great question.
We're going to pick up from that. And I can see you're wearing a Muhammad Ali hoodie.
Yes.
Which is
award is for y'all. Award for you.
Which is timely because you're going to play in Cash.
Crazy, bro.
The film, The Greatest about Muhammad Ali.
That's crazy.
Tell us about that film.
That film it came via Amazon and Ben Watkins. Ben Watkins is a beautiful brother. Oh, so I can look there, yeah. Yeah, I felt that. Yeah, I felt that. This guy Ben Watkins, who I've met about 3 years ago, I started taking certain meetings, and he was a meeting I wanted to take. One of my agents, a black female, the only black agent I have, but also black female. So she's very special to me. She's super close to Notori Nana. As you know, I was the best man in Notori's wedding. I'm sure you guys saw that. This lady, young lady, was the maid of honor, or whatever you call it. She was the best woman. And so we've been very close for many years. She told me to meet with this guy, Ben Watkins. He's high up at Amazon. He's the creator of the show Cross, where our dear friend Aldous Hodge, who looks a lot like you, ironically. You know Aldous Hodge? You know the face? You know what I'm talking about? Yep. So Aldous I've known since my days on TNT, when I was on Saved and Dark Blue, and he was on this incredible show that he was on, but special young brother and Ben Watkins, not just Aldous, but Ben Watkins created this incredible opportunity for the story of Muhammad Ali to be told from him as a child. That's the world we don't know. So it's an incredible thing to have become close to Ali. I got very close to Muhammad Ali. And then to be asked to play his father. He definitely, along with his family, he was part of me being cast to play that. I know his spirit asked me to come play his pop. So it's going to be pretty amazing to be able to deliver a father of such a giant to the world.
And Hollywood has come a long way in terms of diversity.
Say that again.
Hollywood has come a long way in terms of diversity.
Yeah, Hollywood has. Yeah.
I know you have some history.
Hollywood has come a long way. I mean, there's still a long way to go, but yeah, absolutely.
Okay, do you feel like black actors are getting paid their dues now? Because even after you left power, you said some things.
I never said some things.
Do you feel like black actors are getting their dues now?
Where did I say some things? Don't ever do that, bro.
I'm sorry.
Don't ever do that. Who said some things? Who said some things?
Do you feel like black actors are getting
No, who said some things?
Fifth.
I didn't say some things. I don't really rock like that, do I? You know my brand. I don't say much. I just feed with love. And 50 only gave me love. He might give other people some things, story-wise. Then they take those things, and then they make whatever story they want to. That's not my reality. I can text 50 right now in front of us during this interview. I lead with love, and I stop at love. I don't go to a new exit. Let's exit up. Right there. Keep it there, Bubba.
So do you feel like Hollywood still has a long way to go in terms of diversity?
But it's pretty amazing that Hollywood allowed for a genius in 50 and a genius in Courtney to go, we're going to create this character. That wasn't really that different from Cillian's character in Peaky Blinders, right? That character was a lot like Ghost. I always looked at Ghost and I thought, I will say yes to this character because Tom Hardy from London could play him. You know? Idris Elba could and kind of did as Stringer Bell. Avon Barksdale, one of my favorite human beings God created was Wood Harris, is Wood Harris. He's one of my dearest friends. Wood played Avon, Omari played Ghost. The graduation of all those characters is Ghost, for sure. So you're asking me that, but I'm aware that we've allowed for a diverse increase. If I know that Ghost typically would go to someone like Jimmy Gandolfini, rest in peace, that's Tony Soprano, right? And or, again, if Tom Hardy could play Ghost, then I felt like, yeah, I'll play something that another color could play. Because I don't want to just be seen as a black actor playing Ghost. I wanted Power to be looked at as not a black product. I wanted to be looked at as an incredible product. And so, yeah, diversity has come a long way when we have the Oscar wins that we have from black actors and black actresses. Politically correct to state them as both genders or actors, but there's a lot more way we need to go. Diversity and inclusion. I mean, I'm living in a country where they're getting rid of diversity and inclusion. DEI is being thrown away. So guess what follows? Hollywood might follow that. So no, man, we always need progressive forward movement as it pertains to inclusion. Why can't we tell the greatest of story and tell a quantity of story? But the quality has become way different than when Hattie McDaniel won her first Oscar, or when Sydney was included at that place of being the one. Then at one point Denzel was the one. Like, there's not a lot. There's about 9 black actors presently who urinate standing up as a male black actor. There's about 9 of us. Look at you sitting there, think about it. Maybe 25 get jobs, but it's like 9 who an exec could go, yeah, okay, that's crazy, bro. Lesser for the black woman, lesser for the African black man and black woman, right? So Hollywood has a long way to go, as much as the countries, plural, have a long way to go. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Don't you start no no more.
Yeah.
You said some 50 said some
Last one, 2 questions.
bro.
All right.
I'm all good. I love it. I ain't got no issues with nobody.
Hi, Omari.
Hey, good to see you again.
Good to see you. You
Yeah.
remember me.
I don't forget no faces.
You met Mr. Denzel.
I'm gonna remember your face.
Yeah.
Yep.
So my question will focus on young people. You know, we love speaking for ourselves. So Kenya has a vibrant creative industry filled with a lot of young people. You know, filmmakers, musicians. I'm a musician myself.
Yes.
I am. So how do you see your presence here influencing them, benefiting them? Well, yeah.
First and foremost, that they can say there's a person who looks like me who executed.
Really?
No? You're not looking at me and thinking I executed?
Tell me more.
I made it to your TV. Did I not?
You did.
Did I make it to certain cinemas here in this country?
Mm-hmm.
Did I make it to cinemas throughout the continent? Did I make it where you guys are humbling me with asking me questions because you deem me worthy to be asked questions? That's super executive. So I think first and foremost, me being here looking like you and you being able to go, not only did Omari do it, and he looks like me, but Omari's now in our country. He's not in the country he came from. He's in our country. There's no way he's here just to benefit from us. He's trying to benefit us. I'm not trying to benefit from you. I'm trying to benefit you. So I think my presence, I think whenever somebody leaves a room, and you know when they leave a room, that's pretty cool. When someone leaves a room and you need them to come back to a room, that's even cooler. When someone can leave a country and you go, oh, shame. That's pretty special. And so God has reminded me that I made you big enough to leave a country, and people will feel away when you leave a country. So me coming to a country should always give kids hope. Hope is a beautiful word. It's a crazy word, because if all you got is hope, but then without hope, you got nothing. So in a practical way, bring in film festivals so that you can watch films where the festivals are housing and hosting films about you and people like you in this country. Bring in studios so that tonight, after you've asked these questions of me, if I say, yo, I want us to do a song together, you and I get in the car and we go to the studio. And it's a studio that I've helped build, or studios plural that I've helped build. I think sound stages. I think bringing Hollywood as a industry here. I think me calling some of my cohorts at Netflix or at Paramount Plus or at Stars or at any of these places that I've called home, who've allowed for my kids to eat, for me to say, yo, this is an untapped place, we need to get down. For them to hear me goes a long way, because many of them would hear me. And so the potential of what I can bring in terms of practicality of you having venues where you can do things and bringing people who can inform others on how to maintain a job as a camera operator, as a lighting person, as a gaffer, as a makeup artist, as a teamster driving you to and from the hotel to movie set. Like, I want to bring a systematic reality of the industry that has taken care of me for so many years. And that would be just unbelievable, because it's given so many jobs, you know?
Okay, so for my last question, I remember yesterday you told us that you should find something that you're good at.
Yes.
And really do it.
Yes.
So what is one unique thing that you would advise young people? You know, just telling someone to find something they're good at. I can sing. I can find out that I'm good at singing.
Yeah.
So what's something unique that you can tell me if I do find out I'm good at this? Then what?
Then you got to find out. You got to use the same ability that you use like a truffle pig, right? A truffle pig, right? Pigs that go to just find truffle, that you use in oil to then make French fries be truffle fries versus normal fries. Like, you got to almost have the ability and the nose of a truffle pig in finding what you're really special at, especially when you come from a family where there's a lot of people in the house, especially when you're black, because the house goes, we all do this. No, but I'm good at this. You got to really be an incredible hunter to find what you're good at. Once you figure that out, you got to do even more hunting to find out the person and or persons who can invest in that thing that you're good at. That one's difficult, especially for impoverished kids who it's hard to even find out what they're good at, because there's nobody giving them any opportunities to find out what they're good at. You can go to the shower and sing every day and go, oh, I'm pretty good. But there's gifts that are harder to find if opportunity is not there. So that's not something that I have an antidote to, or the medicine to aid you at figuring out what you're great at. If what you're great at is marine biology, but you never get to really go to the ocean, that's difficult. But if you can figure out someone who believes in you, maybe the greatest gift that that person finds out is that they're good at finding out people who believe in them. That's a gift too. Some people don't really know a lot of things at a table, and you think they know a lot of things, but what they know is how to find a person who knows a lot of things. They got enough charm to go, yo, come hang with me. And then that person who knows a lot of things will work for that person. So I think finding people, man, finding people is a lost talent. For you to be able to find out that you can sing, one thing. But now you got to find somebody who can invest in it. And not go, yo, I'm incredible, invest in me. No, you got to like work that relationship. Nobody wants to just be come at. So you got to come to people proper.
Okay, just the very last one. Just the very last one. I know my followers would kill me if I didn't ask something on power. So I asked a question on my Instagram. If people had the chance to speak to you, what would they ask you? So the Kenyan version of shooting your shot is saying Panda Kitanda. So they were saying
shooting your shot. What's the phrase?
Panda Kitanda.
Panda Kitanda.
Yeah, so they would want to hear you say Panda Kitanda.
Panda Kitanda.
Yeah.
Panda Kitanda.
Panda Kitanda.
Always shoot your shot.
Yeah, always Panda Kitanda.
Always shoot your shot. Always Panda Kitanda.
Yeah.
Thank you. Maybe before we let you leave, do you at times wish people would stop associating you with a particular role, you know, or you don't mind it? Because, you know, when it comes to the Kenyan, in Kenya right now, most people associate you with Ghost.
Everybody in the world associates me with
Yeah, so do you at times
not
wish...
Kenya, no.
Yeah.
Everybody, because there's been no role, because of timing. There was no role that I did in my career. No.
Yeah. Do you at times
not
wish
the case.
they would...
No, not the case. There was no role I did in my career that, am I off? You want me to say this, brother? Sir?
So he's just telling her to pause with
Okay.
more questions so you can answer.
There was no one who has seen, while watching me, there's no one who's seen a role that I've done on film the way that they could see every single week. If Power is a film, nobody is associating me with it. because you watch it for 20 days and it's over. It's because it was a TV show. So what that means is your generation has been raised on watching me on TV. I have a lot of the same grain of a lot of actors in the past who could have played Ghost. Denzel absolutely could have played Ghost. I'm not comparing myself to Denzel, but Denzel could have played Ghost. I know that. Denzel would have played Ghost on film. Wesley Snipes played Ghost called Nino Brown on New Jack City. That wasn't a series. So it's hard to shake Ghost because you guys watch Ghost for thousands of days for 6.5 years. If you watch Ghost for 30 days, then you take, I don't know, 5 more years and go, oh, let me watch that film again. I was in your living rooms. To me, far too much for my liking. But I don't have a problem with people associating that because the love is amazing. As long as y'all sign up to ride the train with me for the rest of the roads that are coming, I'm all good. You can call me Ghost forever. As long as you show up to all the stuff that I'm doing. Did that answer the question?
But the stage future short. Allow me to
We out of time? Okay. You want the question on camera, or can you just walk with me and I can answer the question? Say it again?
Either way, I'm okay.
I'll walk with you, bro. I'll walk with you. I'll give it to you that way. Marcy, what time is it? Say it again, bro. Yeah, I got you. All right, guys. And then we got to get one, bro, because you did a great job, bro. We got to get one. I think we'll get one this evening. Yeah, we will. I'll be back.